1 month ago, I discovered something called the Ration Challenge, a challenge where you eat the same rations as a refugee for 1 week in order to raise money and awareness for refugees living in overcrowded refugee camps with minimal food and resources. The money raised helps provide aid and life-saving support to help these refugees, so on September 13th, I started the challenge, and here is how it went. So last night I heard about the Ration Challenge and I haven't stopped thinking about it since, so I decided today I'm going to sign up. Alright, well, I signed up. I think it's going to be a really interesting process to sort of see how my body reacts to such little amounts of food, and I'm just really curious to know how I'll feel by the end of it. So this morning my ration pack arrived in the mail. My first impressions of the box is it's definitely crazy to see how small it actually is. I'm not sure what I was really expecting, but I think this is definitely less than what I was expecting. So that's everything that comes in the ration pack. It's kind of hard to comprehend how I'm gonna feel during the week. I'm not really sure. To me, it really doesn't look like a lot of food at all, so I imagine I'm gonna become quite hungry through the week. I think it's gonna be a very eye-opening experience and just one that I'm very grateful that I get to take part in. So now that I've got my meal plan sorted and the challenge is only a few days away, I decided today that I'm going to start rationing out some of the ingredients, especially the rice, because that's going to be making up pretty much majority of what I eat through the week, and I want to make sure that I don't run out of anything too early. So I've just finished rationing out the rice and it's becoming apparent to me how much rice I'm going to be eating, but then it really doesn't look like a lot at the same time. This is 7 days of dinner, plus a little bit of extra things, like I'll add some beans some days and maybe like a little bit of chickpeas, but that's pretty much the bulk of it. That is 7 days of dinner right there, which is pretty crazy. So now I'm gonna start rationing out the lentils. I've decided that the only meal I'm gonna have lentils with is breakfast. So every morning is the same meal. It's gonna be lentils and rice. So I'm gonna add the lentils to some of the rice bags that I've made. This is gonna be my breakfast every day. It's just some rice and lentils. So I have 7 bags of these. Now I'm about to ration out the flour, and that's pretty much the last thing I'm going to split up because everything else can sort of wait until I actually begin the week. So as you can see, I just finished rationing out the ingredients that's going to make up majority of what I eat throughout the week. Up until this point, I haven't been feeling nervous or worried about the challenge. I've been feeling pretty confident actually, but since seeing everything portioned out per day and per meal, it's quickly dawning on me just how challenging this is actually going to be. It's definitely been helpful to see everything rationed out and kind of give me a better idea of what I'll actually be eating throughout the week. So I'm very happy that I've sort of planned ahead for it. I think it's gonna make the week a little bit easier. I won't be eating any sugar throughout the week, which I think is gonna be one of the things that I find quite difficult. Other than that, as I said, I'm feeling ready and I will see you just before the challenge starts. Alright, well, I just cooked up my last meal before I start the challenge. I made some pasta. I'm very excited to eat it. I'm gonna make the most of it and really appreciate every bite because I imagine I'm gonna miss this kind of food throughout the week. Well, it is the day we have all been anticipating. It is day 1 of the Ration Challenge. I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel for the week ahead, but I'm feeling ready today. Time to boil my first bowl of rice for the week. I've got my first meal here of the week. It's just some rice and lentils and some salt. that's it. That's my breakfast for the morning. It's actually looking like a pretty substantial amount, so feeling pretty good so far. Very ready for the week ahead. So I'm currently cooking the rice that I'm gonna have for lunch and dinner today. I'm also boiling the chickpeas because I'm gonna make a simple hummus that they recommend you can make in a little recipe book that I got. So I'm looking forward to that because I think it's gonna add a bit of a different flavor, and I'm already hungry, so I'm excited for lunch. For lunch today, I'm only having plain rice, but it's okay because I know later in the week I'm gonna want the extras, so I've saved them for later in the week. So I just finished lunch. It wasn't amazing, but nothing so far has been, so I'm not surprised. But I'm looking forward to dinner, kind of. It's gonna be more than just plain rice, so I'm looking forward to that. Good morning, day 2 today. Feeling pretty good this morning. Going to start the day off with some rice and lentils, and then for lunch again today, it's just plain rice. So I've decided that I'm gonna go for a run, which is probably not the smartest idea in the world, but I think I'm gonna go crazy if I don't do some sort of exercise this week. Also, just being home makes me really tempted to eat things that I can't eat. So I figured I'm gonna go for a run now. I'm still early into the challenge, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not struggling too much. I think this is a smart choice of day to go exercise compared to the rest of the week. So I'm not gonna go too hard, just a quick little run, but I think it's gonna make me feel a lot better than worse. So I'm gonna go for a run. Back from my run, and I'm actually feeling pretty good. I'm glad I went. Now I'm gonna start making dinner. For dinner tonight, I'm having rice and flatbread and some leftover hummus. So I'm gonna make the dough, let it sit for half an hour, and then make the flatbread. You gotta make sure you get every little bit of flour because every bit counts. I'll be honest, it's not great, but it could be a lot worse, so I'll take it. Good morning. So it is the beginning of day 3 today. I went to sleep last night with a headache and I woke up a few times throughout the night still with the headache. But luckily I woke up this morning with no headache and I actually feel a lot better. I was also feeling pretty unmotivated last night to get through the rest of the week, but I'm feeling better this morning and I feel like I can get through the day, so I'm just taking it one day at a time. I'm gonna skip breakfast this morning because I'm not very hungry and I just don't feel like eating rice right now, but I will eat lunch a little bit later when I'm a bit more hungry. I also get to have a couple new ingredients today, which is exciting. I think that's going to help me get through the day a little easier, so I'll share that with you when it comes to lunchtime. So I've currently got the rice boiling for lunch and also dinner tonight, so that's good, kind of a 2-in-1. I won't have to worry about making more later on. And for lunch today, I'm going to have rice, which I'm actually going to fry with some sardines, so hopefully that turns out tasting pretty good. I think the sardines are actually going to be really good and flavoursome. I actually don't mind sardines. I'm sure some people really don't like them, but I'm actually quite looking forward to them because everything has tasted so plain that I think this is going to be some nice extra flavour for lunch. Okay, let's try it. Moment of truth. Not too bad. It's just good because it's different to what I've been eating. It's not like wow, but it's pretty good. Like, it's better. It's better than yesterday's lunch. I'm just about to make some dinner, and tonight I get to eat an egg, which is so exciting, probably the most exciting thing so far because some protein is much needed right now. Good morning. So it is the beginning of day 4 today, which I think is kind of the peak day before the home stretch to the end of the challenge. I went to bed last night with a headache again, but I did sleep better. I woke up feeling pretty good, although I'm really not looking forward to eating rice this morning. It's really not what I feel like eating at all, to be completely honest with you. I'm gonna skip the cooking process over today and maybe tomorrow and just show you the meals I'm eating because I'm sure you're sick of just watching me boil rice, but I will show you each meal that I eat. Alright, meal one for the day is pretty much the same as every other day. Just some lentils and rice. So I get 5 sardines for the week and I'm rationing it over 5 days, which means I get 1 sardine for lunch a day. So lunch today looks very similar to breakfast. I swapped out one of the bags and I'm having lentils and rice a second time instead of just having rice. Plus I have the 1 sardine in there as well. Oh, it does not taste good. Oh, it tastes so much worse than yesterday's. Okay, well, I'm about to make some dinner. Hopefully it tastes better than today's lunch because that was absolutely not good at all. Tonight, I'm gonna have some rice, beans, and flatbread, so hopefully it tastes good.
So, it's 3 in the morning. I haven't slept yet because, well, I've been trying to fall asleep, but I have such a bad headache, and I'm so hungry, and I'm just exhausted. And it's really starting to sink in right now. I am struggling, and I just hope I can fall asleep soon enough and sleep through till the morning because I'm not feeling so good. But I thought I'd come on here real quick and just update you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Day 5, here we come.
Today marks the beginning of day 5 of this challenge. I went to bed last night very hungry and I actually woke up this morning with no appetite at all. Like, I was not hungry. I don't know how that happened. I'm not sure what that means, but I've just decided to skip breakfast. I don't know if that's the best idea, but I'm just listening to my body and I don't think I want to eat rice for breakfast this morning. So I'm skipping breakfast, which I didn't think I would do last night when I was going to sleep. Today though is kind of exciting because I get to eat a vegetable, which is amazing. It's going to be 100% the best thing I've eaten so far. So I don't know if I explained this yet, but essentially you can earn different things if you raise certain amounts of money. And because I've raised a certain amount of money, I get up to 170 grams of a vegetable. So I chose a carrot. I just really like carrots and I think it's kind of going to be filling and to have something crunchy. It's going to be good. So I was originally planning to do like a rice carrot thing for dinner, but now I'm just thinking to just eat the carrot for dinner, just a plain carrot, which honestly sounds so good. Just to eat a plain vegetable with no rice. So we'll see, but I'll show you. I have this thing in front of me. So these are the different levels of things that you can earn based on how much you raise. So because I raised $500, I get to have a vegetable up to 170 grams. And then as you can see, I already ate my protein the other night. I also raised $1,000, which means I can have a hot or cold beverage of my choice. I'm not sure what that's gonna be yet, but I think I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So skipping breakfast, we'll see about lunch, but very excited for my carrot. 2 more days after this and then I'm done. I'll see you guys later in the day. All right, for lunch today, back with the rice and 1 sardine. That's it. Okay, check this out. This is dinner. I got 170 grams of carrot on there and I'm so excited to eat it. I think this is definitely going to be the best thing I've eaten in the last 5 days. So it's midnight right now. I'm in bed. I ate dinner 5 hours ago. I tried to wait to eat later, but I was just so hungry I couldn't wait. And I'm so hungry right now. Ever since I ate dinner, my stomach has been rumbling and I'm just so hungry. And I'm just daydreaming of a peanut butter sandwich. It just sounds so good right now. Just peanut butter sandwich. Sounds amazing. Anyway, I have no food made up, so I can't just like go to the kitchen and eat something. I have to wait till the morning. It's also really late, so I'm just gonna wait till the morning anyway. But I'm so hungry and I'm looking forward to breakfast very much. Good morning, it is the 6th day of this challenge. I skipped breakfast again, but I'm about to have some rice and sardines for lunch. So it is 5:30 in the afternoon right now. I'm so tired. I think I'm actually gonna take a nap or just close my eyes for half an hour. I'm just so low in energy and so tired, and I'm struggling to focus on really anything right now. So I figured I'm just gonna take it easy and relax for half an hour, and I'll also pass some time before dinner, but yeah, I'm exhausted. So I didn't sleep, but it was nice to close my eyes. I still have a bit of a headache, but it is a little bit better, and hopefully dinner fixes it some more. I also have something planned for after dinner, which is very exciting, and I think it's gonna make me feel really good, but I will share that with you in just a little bit. I'm about to make dinner. I'm having rice, flatbread, and beans, yet again. So tonight I get to have a drink of my choice, and I've decided to go with a Milo, which is essentially a hot chocolate with a bit more nutrients in it. So I'm very much looking forward to having it because it's just going to be amazing. Today is day 7. It is the final day of this challenge, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm feeling pretty good today, considering yesterday I think it was my hardest day physically. I had a headache the whole day, but I woke up this morning feeling pretty good. That being said, I'm extremely hungry, and I'm about to make my first meal for the day. I actually didn't end up filming much today. I was actually feeling very emotional today, probably because I'm doing this in the midst of a pandemic and in a strict lockdown. I just wasn't feeling my best, but I'm going to bed now, and I'm very much looking forward to waking up and having a good, tasty breakfast. Before I show you the next clip, I just want to say a few words reflecting on this week. First, I want to say a major thank you to everybody who sponsored me. You were all anonymous, but from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. Your contribution is going to help make a difference to so many people's lives. I also want to say that whilst I have the choice to eat something different today, a lot of people don't have that choice. I'll be honest, this challenge was very difficult for me. The food didn't taste good, it had very little nutrients in it, and it was difficult to eat rice for every meal. But in between all those meals, I got to sleep in my own bed, live in my home, have a hot shower every day. I got to feel safe and secure. For me, it was only 7 days of rations. But for a lot of vulnerable people out there, it's thousands of days. And for others, it's all they've ever known. And I think it's important to acknowledge that harsh reality. This challenge has definitely made me more grateful for the things that I have access to and for the food that I get to eat every day. And I hope this video helps shine a light on the challenges that these refugees face on a daily basis. Finally, if you would like to make a donation, I'll leave the link in the description below. And if you can't donate, share this video or just take a moment in your day to be grateful for the things that you have and for the food that you get to eat today. Thank you all so much for watching and supporting me through this challenge. By showing your support, you're showing refugees that we're in this together.
I felt a tingle in my heart. The sun has set, the stars will appear. In many ways it's great up here. Somehow life goes on. The stars we know are gone. In this lonely place, I still see your face. I go round and round until every sound